Imagine a civilization so vast, so powerful, that it seems invincible. It dominates trade, controls immense territories, and projects its influence across the world. And yet, history tells us one undeniable truth: no empire lasts forever. From the Roman legions marching across Europe to the Ottoman sultans ruling vast lands and the Soviet Union shaping global politics, every empire, no matter how mighty, has eventually crumbled. And now we must ask, is the empire we live under today also falling? The answer isn't just yes. The real question is, how fast? The Roman Empire at its peak was the most powerful force in the ancient world. Its influence stretched from Britain to North Africa, from the Middle East to Spain. Its ruins still stand today as a reminder of its once unshakable rule. But Rome didn't collapse overnight. It rotted from within. At the height of its power, Rome was a society of extreme inequality. The elites lived in unimaginable luxury, feasting on exotic delicacies, bathing in marble palaces, and indulging in endless entertainment. Meanwhile, the working class toiled endlessly, struggling to afford basic necessities. Overcrowded slums, food shortages, and crushing taxes fueled resentment. And when the gap between the rich and the poor became too great, society fractured. Peasant uprisings, economic collapse, and political corruption slowly bled the empire dry. In the end, Rome's fall wasn't just about invading barbarians. It was about the empire devouring itself. The United States once had a thriving middle class, a beacon of opportunity. Home ownership, stable jobs, and a comfortable life were within reach for most. But in recent decades, that dream has slipped away. Today, many Americans struggle just to afford food, rent, and medical care. Wages have stagnated while the cost of living has skyrocketed. The wealthiest 1% have accumulated unimaginable riches, while the majority are drowning in debt. The divide is greater than ever, and the people know it. They see billionaires hoarding wealth, corporations buying up homes, and politicians serving their own interests instead of the public. They see an economy built on exploitation, where even basic survival feels like an uphill battle. Sound familiar? The Ottoman Empire once ruled over vast territories, blending cultures, faiths, and traditions. Its power wasn't just military, it was diplomatic. It maintained control not through constant warfare, but through influence and persuasion. But over time, that influence faded. People no longer saw the empire as a protector. Nationalist movements rose, territories rebelled, and soon the once unified empire fragmented into pieces. The United States built its dominance after World War II, not just with military might, but with cultural and political influence. Hollywood, music, technology, and the American dream made the U.S. the center of global attention. Its values of democracy, freedom, and human rights were exported worldwide. But now, that illusion is cracking. The world watches as American politics descend into chaos, as civil unrest spreads, as hypocrisy is exposed. The same nation that preaches democracy has backed dictators. The same country that claims to stand for human rights has fueled endless wars. The world is noticing, and the grip of American soft power is slipping. The Soviet Union was an empire in all but name. It expanded its control over Eastern Europe, stationed troops in occupied territories, and spent vast amounts of money on military projects. It was a superpower locked in a Cold War arms race, pouring billions into wars and ideological battles. But maintaining an empire is expensive. Wars in Afghanistan drained resources. Military spending skyrocketed while its people suffered economic hardship. The economy crumbled and eventually the Soviet Union collapsed. The United States is on a similar path. Protests rage worldwide, calling out the hypocrisy. Just like the Soviet Union, the U.S. is overextended, spending itself into decline while its own citizens suffer. Empires don't fall in isolation. They collapse in the midst of global change. Today, we are witnessing a shift in power. Countries are forming new alliances, moving away from U.S. influence and challenging its dominance. Nations are ditching the U.S. dollar, questioning Western institutions, and seeking alternatives to a system designed to benefit America above all else. And as the U.S. struggles to hold on, it lashes out, sanctions, interventions, threats. But history tells us that no empire, no matter how powerful, can fight against the tide of change forever. The U.S. has been the most dominant empire in history. But if history has taught us anything, it's this: empires always fall. The only question is, how much longer does this one have? If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think we are witnessing the fall of an empire? Stay tuned for more deep dives into history, geopolitics, and the future of global power. Thank you for watching.